सफीर पाकिस्तान, आपके जज्बों का तर्जुमान। वतन से दूर, वतन की आवाज और आपकी पहचान, सफीर पाकिस्तान।
Pakistan will need our help to rebuild.
Between Pakistan and the United States, this is the time to act and to act jointly.
Safir Pakistan has come a long way in bringing the Pakistani American community together.
Safir Pakistan is doing a great job.
Thank you, Safir Pakistan, for the amazing work that you do.
The media plays a central role.
He performs incredible duties to the community of Pakistanis in America.
समाजी, सखाफती, इस्लामी,
Safir Pakistan for this honor.
Safir Pakistan has done tremendous work.
I'd like to thank Waqar Ali Khan and Safir Pakistan.
I truly am very thankful for Safir Pakistan and Waqar Saab.
Safir Pakistan all the best.
हर जगह, हर पल आपका अपना सफीर पाकिस्तान नजर आता है। बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। नाज़रीन, आपका मेज़बान वक़ार अली ख़ान प्रोग्राम सफ़ीर पाकिस्तान के साथ हाज़िर खिदमत है। मुझे उम्मीद है कि आप खैरियत से होंगे और प्रोग्राम पाबंदी से देख रहे होंगे। नाज़रीन, हमेशा की तरह आज भी प्रोग्राम भरपूर है और काफ़ी मालूमाती प्रोग्राम है। आपको मालूम है कि प्रोग्राम में काफ़ी जो है डिमांड रहती है मुख्तलिफ़ स्टेट से, मुख्तलिफ़ सिटीज़ से, और प्रोग्राम में सिर्फ 50 मिनट्स होते हैं कि हम आपको क्या चीज़ें दिखाएं, जिसमें कानूनी मशवरे भी शामिल हैं 10 मिनट के। तो मैं समझता हूँ कि हमारी ये कोशिश है कि हम ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा रिपोर्ट्स लेकर आएँ और आपको बताएं कि मुख्तलिफ़ शहरों में क्या हो रहा है और क्या होने वाला है। सफीर पाकिस्तान आपका प्लेटफार्म है, अवामी प्लेटफार्म है, आपकी आवाज़ और आपकी पहचान है, और आपके राब्तों का नाम भी सफीर पाकिस्तानी है। वतन से दूर और वतन की महक हम आपके लिए लेकर आते हैं। नाज़रीन, इससे पहले कि मैं प्रोग्राम पेश करूं, बाकायदा आइए देखते हैं कुछ प्रोग्राम की हाइलाइट्स कि आज प्रोग्राम में प्रोग्राम डायरेक्टर ने क्या कुछ शामिल किया है आपके लिए। मुलाज़ा फरमाइए हाइलाइट्स।
पाकिस्तान को कायम रखने के लिए अभी और कुर्बानी करना होगी।
मिल्लत का पासबां है मोहम्मद अली जिना, मोहम्मद अली जिना। मिल्लत का पासबां है मोहम्मद अली जिना, मोहम्मद अली जिना।
मुसलमान मुसीबत में घबराया नहीं करता।
लगता है ठीक जाके निशाने पे उसका तीर, लगता है ठीक जाके निशाने पे उसका तीर। ऐसी कड़ी कमान है मोहम्मद अली जिना, मोहम्मद अली जिना। मिल्लत हुई है जिंदा फिर उसकी पुकार से मिल्लत हुई है जिंदा फिर उसकी पुकार से तकदीर की
We all like something special. He likes it personal. He likes a private space. He prefers it laid back. She likes a bedtime story. He likes to dream of his own. How would you like to fly with the best? Etihad Airways, the world's leading airline.
Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon. On behalf of Human Development Foundation, all the executive directors, board members, and today's event organizing committee, I'd like to thank you all for being here today and extend you a warm welcome to our event. I extend a warm welcome to our dear friend, Honorable Consul General of Pakistan, Mrs. Rifat Masood, our friends from Los Angeles Police Department, Officer Chan Sayed, and Officer Jim Buck from Counterterrorism and Special Operation Bureau, our keynote speaker of the afternoon, Mr. Salahuddin Khan, a trustee of Board of Human Development Foundation. Human Development Foundation is an organization whose mission is to bring positive changes in lives of people of Pakistan in all sectors. HDF concept embraces every development issue, including economic growth, social investment, people empowerment, provision of basic needs, social safety nets, and political and cultural freedom. A non-political movement of positive social change, HDF delivers diverse and sustainable programs in 5 key areas: education, health, economic development, sustainable environment, and social mobilization. Within each area of focus, HDF mission remains the same: empower community and individual with the tools and resource needed to achieve and sustain a better way of life. To accomplish these goals, HDF needs your support. Today, by being here on this Sunday afternoon, speaks volume of your commitment and concern to make a difference in lives of those suffering and are in need. On behalf of HDF, I thank you for being here, sharing and caring, and responding to the call of need. A great author and a preacher of 17th century, Henry Drummond, once said, "You will find, as you look back on your life, that the moments then stand out are the moments when you have done things for others." So today, we are all here to do something for those individuals who need us and our support to make a change and make a difference in lives of those who need us. Without further ado, I'd like to invite your MC of the afternoon, Dr. Yasmin Qasim. Dr. Yasmin is a very dedicated member of HDF and have carried the mission of HDF in Los Angeles for past several years. Despite her committed career as a pathologist at Kaiser Permanente, Dr. Yasmin has been a loyal and devoted supporter of HDF and is very instrumental in putting together events such as this one. She has held numerous fundraisers for HDF and other organizations by opening doors to her home and helped raise thousands of dollars. Despite her calendar filled with numerous social and other community events and activities, she manages time to put together these type of events and respond to the call of need. Dr. Yasmin had been also very instrumental in media, running her own radio show, and is always at forefront when she is needed. Please join me in welcoming your host and MC of today's event, Dr. Yasmin Qasim.
I'd like to welcome you all to our HDF annual fundraising event. I would like to acknowledge and thank each and everyone here, sharing your valuable time and for supporting this noble cause. We will start our program with recitation by Faisal Qasim, followed by translation by Sami Ahmad Khan.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وأنفقوا مما رزقناكم من قبل أن يأتي أحدكم الموت فيقول ربي لولا أخرتني إلى أجل قريب فأصدق وأكن من الصالحين ولن يؤخر الله نفسا إذا جاء أجلها والله خبير بما تعملون صدق الله العظيم.
In the name of Allah, the compassionate, the merciful. All praises for Allah, the Rabb of the worlds, the compassionate, the merciful, Master of the Day of Judgment. You alone we worship, and you alone we call for help. Guide us to the right way, the way of those whom you have favored, and not of those who have earned your wrath, or those who have lost their way. In the name of Allah, the compassionate, the merciful, O believers, let neither your riches nor your children divert you from the remembrance of Allah. Those who will do so, it is they who shall be the real losers. Spend in charity and in the cause of Allah out of the sustenance which we have bestowed on you before death comes to any of you. And then he says, O my Lord, if you would give me respite for a little while, then I would give charity and be among the righteous. But Allah grants respite to no soul when its term comes to an end. Allah is well aware of your actions.
Now I would request Feroz Qasim to play a national anthem for Pakistan and US. I want to thank our Consul General of Pakistan, Madam Rifat Masood, for being with us today. And also a very special thank to our keynote speaker, Mr. Salahuddin Khan, Vice Chairman of the Board of the Trustees of HDF, for coming all the way from Chicago to help with this event. I would like to recognize our major sponsor and supporters, Dr. Sana Khan and family, Mr. Salim and Yasmin Adaya, Mr. Riaz and Yasmin Khan from Microtrain, Mr. Rashid Maiman from United Central Bank, Mr. Nadeem Junejo from Habib American Bank. Thank you all for being here and supporting HDF. I have been with HDF since 1999. In the last 11 years, HDF has grown and has done a lot of good work in our country, Pakistan, helping establishing schools in all rural areas of Pakistan. As you all know, that education reduces poverty. Besides education, HDF provides universal primary health care and grassroots development. I have personally visited many of these places and would invite you to do so to see for yourself the good results of your donations. Mr. Muhammad Salahuddin Khan, he is the Vice Chairman of the Board of Trustees of HDF and has been actively involved with HDF since 2006 and is here from Chicago, all the way from Chicago, to help out this event. Mr. Khan has made several radio and TV appearances, including NBC, CTV, WBZ, Boston, and he is also the Thursday evening host of Radio Islam at WCEV 1450 AM in Chicago. Sikandar is his book that he wrote. He is Mr. Khan's debut novel, and less than a year it has been named the grand prize winner of the 2011 Los Angeles Book Festival, the 2011 Paris Book Festival, and a winner in the fiction category at the 2011 Beach and 2011 Bollywood Book Festival, and was the runner-up in the same category 2011 New York Book Festival. Sikandar was also named the winner in the multicultural fiction category at the 2011 National Indeed Excellence Book Awards. Mr. Khan is a designer, engineer, artist, writer, and worldwide traveler. Please give him a big hand, Mr. Muhammad Salahuddin Khan.
Well, thank you very much for inviting me here this afternoon. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. I've been involved with HDF since just after the earthquake that struck Pakistan back in the October timeframe of 2005. I was kind of somewhat aware of it and gotten involved with it a little bit right after the tsunami about a year earlier. As of around October, there were some 35,000 plus estimated deaths in just Pakistan. And by the way, these were from 2006, not from 2001. Most of the violence that took place was around 2006 onwards. The displacements of militants, we've talked about IDPs, the people who were displaced in Swat, for example, but the displacement of militants has had a long-lasting effect, and again, I want to talk a little bit about that in a minute. And they moved, a lot of them moved from Afghanistan into Pakistan. Drone attacks have also driven many from the border regions deeper into Pakistan. And there's also lack of social and economic development that's led more Pakistanis to be actually readily influenced by this imported militancy. And it's therefore the lack of opportunity, the lack of education, some basic needs that are creating fertile ground for militancy to take hold, where in fact you would have had a different set of circumstances, different worldviews, and different approach to pursuing opportunity had that not been the case. Basically the point here is that we had the militancy has taken root, but the people have moved from the border regions deeper into Punjab, into Sindh, into Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and in Gilgit-Baltistan. And in the most underdeveloped areas has been the most influence. Now that means that these are the areas which do not have education, they do not have health care, they don't have basic infrastructure, and what goes on then is people with extreme views are the ones that are taken as authority with no other access to information because there's no education, for example. And so people form, it's a breeding ground for more repetition of extremist opinions. Now, from an education point of view, roughly as of the end of 2010, just less than 3% of Pakistan's GDP was going towards education. That puts Pakistan behind Ghana, Sudan, Ethiopia, Tonga, and Swaziland, by example. And most of Pakistan's education spending, actually this is another exacerbation of the point I made, is going into the major cities, some 70 to 75% of it. That means that even more, the rural areas, the underserved areas, are even less well served than would be implied by simply looking at the dollar budget number. And the regions that should be at the top of the list are therefore at the bottom. And even if you look at all of Pakistan, there's 176 million people approximately. Barely 5% continue to pursue any kind of tertiary level education. So we've got a very a poor record right now in terms of the where the education is needed, it's not taking place. And as a result, the people there are subject to external influences even more so than otherwise. A charitable endeavor or an NGO that's focused only on one aspect of these things, with all due respect to that NGO, I mean, I know that they're doing some very good work, but in a given community, you cannot really make much progress, and that's been demonstrated within HDF. And with that, I'm going to ask you to please give generously this afternoon, as this is an opportunity to affect the situation. Inshallah, your contributions will be well rewarded. Thank you.
Now I would like to invite Consul General of Pakistan, Madam Rifat Masood, to please come to the podium and say a few words. Madam Rifat Masood.
I'm really happy to be here this afternoon. This is a subject very close to my heart. Those who know me well in the community know that I make it a point to visit and to support all the organizations that are doing such good work for Pakistan. First of all, we all know the facts have been given to us. Almost 180 million people. 50% of those people are women. 5% literacy rate was told to us by our keynote speaker. The official figures are about 40% literacy, but in the children, it's much, much less in the rural areas. The 8 MDGs goals that were set by the United Nations are far from being met. These cover education, the health sector, environment, empowerment of women, etc. Now, there is so much to do in Pakistan because of the magnitude of the problems that we have there. I sometimes feel that the work of the non-profits, and I was discussing this with our keynote speaker earlier also, I feel that sometimes the impact is not visible. We have seen some pictures that Yasmin showed us about the before and after effects. But if you look at the whole country, this is like a drop in the ocean. So how do we actually, the challenge for not only the government of Pakistan, but also the people of Pakistan and the Pakistani diaspora living abroad is, how do we actually make an impact into the lives of the millions and millions of poor people who are living below earning below $1 a day? It is very important for us ourselves to know what the facts are. And I would encourage you to read extensively. There's a lot of literature available on what exactly the facts are, how many of those billions of dollars are actually there, where they're being utilized, what are Pakistan's strategic interests in that region, what are the strategic interests of the United States, and how we should come together. And I would encourage you to write not only to your own congressmen, to your own elected representatives, but also to me, to the government, and give ideas on how we can bring the two communities together. Next year is election year for the United States. I'm sure all the people are going to be coming to you, coming for their votes, asking for support. When you give your support, please also ask for support for Pakistan, because that support will impact you as well. Once things between Pakistan and the United States improve, your lives over here will become more comfortable. You will be faced with less and less acrimony from your mainstream American colleagues. So my message to you, and as you know, the consulate's doors are always open. We have a website which I encourage you to visit. I'm available on the email. Please do send me your views on how we can bring our two countries together. So I think that the diaspora here, the community, plays a very, very important role. And apart from the work that you're all doing, apart from the contribution that you're all making in the social and human development in Pakistan, I encourage you to also give your input into how our situation, the two countries, can come together. I'm available whenever you want my input, and I would request you to reach out to your elected representatives here in the United States to make a difference between our two countries. Thank you very much.
The HDF would like to present a small token of appreciation to Dr. Yasmin. And Madam Rifat Masood is going to present it. Yasmin?
You know, I really, Dr. Yasmin, I don't know how you do this all work with your full-time job and the work you do for HDF as well as the other activities, community.
I think I would like Dr. Sana Khan, if you want to say a few words.
What you and I have does not belong to us, right? It's a belief that we must have. So what you have is not yours. Whatever you spend is the real wealth that you're going to be carrying with you. Within reason. So, you know, and honest to God, I'm telling you, it's, you know, and I mean, Jazakumullah khair, Dr. Yasmin, for saying nice things, but we don't need to have shuhrat. You know? What we need to have is ikhlas from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to reward you on your niyyah. The choice you have in your life, the limited choice that we have, is not of events. The choice we have is our niyyah. You saw the pictures, you saw what HDF does. I swear by Allah, I'm not donating money to anybody. I'm taking. Understand that the donor, the giver is the taker, and the taker is the giver. So whatever you have, and you know, somebody asked, and the Quran says the same thing, but somebody asked the Prophet, how much should I give? And the answer was, what is beyond your need? What is beyond your need? Okay? So, be rational. I'm not saying sit here and write down in your entire year's money and then you have no money to pay your rent or drive your car or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying, right? But be reasonable and look at what it does. If it touches 400,000 people, I think that's the number, was that the number for 350,000 people? If you are going to touch 350,000 people, even with a $100 check or a $1 check, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows what you can afford and what you can't and what is reasonable and what is not. Give of what you can, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you for it.
आखिर में सिर्फ इतना ही कहूंगी, शिकवाए जुल्मते शब से तो कहीं बेहतर था, शिकवाए जुल्मते शब से तो कहीं बेहतर था, अपने हिस्से की कोई शम्मा जलाते जाते. ये इस तरह की बात है कि alone I'm a drop, but together we will be an ocean. Thank you. God bless Pakistan and God bless America.
जुमा सद जानायम पर हक पक दे चोर बाजोर गुलना कप बाजार में खर्चवी सर जुमा कमिस्टर माल रावण ताजा ताजा गुलना ब्रेचलो माल रावण राष्ट्र पाकिस्तान कमिस्टर माल रावण ताजा ताजा गुलना ब्रेचलो माल रावण ताजा ताजा गुलना ब्रेचलो माल रावण ताजा ताजा गुलना ब्रेचलो माल रावण इन गोरे हाथों में ऊपर आए घटा काजल लगा इन प्यारी आंखों में सितारों
नाज़रीन, तो वक्त है आपके मशहूर सेगमेंट कानूनी मशवरे, जिसको लेकर आ रहे हैं जनाब नईम साकिया साहब, अटॉर्नी एट लॉ, डैलस में होते हैं लेकिन LA में भी इनकी प्रैक्टिस है, और उसको पेश कर रही है हमारी ब्यूरो चीफ, जानी पहचानी आपकी हम सब की अंजुम अनवर। मुलाजा फरमाइए ये रिपोर्ट।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम नाज़रीन, एक दफ़ा फिर आपकी होस्ट अंजुम आपकी खिदमत में हाजिर है। प्रोग्राम सफीर पाकिस्तान और सेगमेंट है हमारा लीगली करेक्ट। उम्मीद करती हूँ कि आप सब आराम से रिलैक्स तरीके से बैठ के इस सेगमेंट को देख रहे हैं और इस प्रोग्राम को एंजॉय कर रहे हैं। इस प्रोग्राम में आपके लिए हम लॉ से रिलेटेड चीज़ें लेके आते हैं। सवालात हमारे जो भी कम्युनिटी के होते हैं वो हारून साकिया साहब को लोग ईमेल करते हैं या फ़ोन के ज़रिए बताते हैं, और इनकी मेहरबानी, इनका शुक्रिया कि वो इन सवालों का जवाब देते हैं और हमें इस इंफॉर्मेशन से मुस्तफ़ीज़ करते हैं। नईम हारून साकिया साहब हमारे डालस के मशहूर अटर्नी हैं, काफ़ी बिजी वकील हैं, और इनको ये टाइम निकालना जो है ये भी इनकी बड़ी बात है कि ये हमारे लिए और हमारी कम्युनिटी के लिए टाइम निकालते हैं। तो इससे पहले कि हम कुछ और बातें करें, पहले सवाल से स्टार्ट करते हैं क्योंकि हमारे पास टाइम तकरीबन 10 मिनट होता है और उसमें हमने जल्दी जल्दी लोगों के सवाल जवाब देने होते हैं जितना ज़्यादा हम कर सकें। सवाल मेरे पास ये है, आप तैयार हैं हारून साहब? हाँ, मैं इनसे पूछूं ना कि आप भी तैयार हैं कि नहीं। बहरहाल सवाल ये है कि माई फियांसे हैज I-485 पेंडिंग बेस्ड ऑन एम्प्लॉयमेंट।
Okay.
I am on F1. Can he sponsor me?
Well, the short answer is yes, he can. And now how? That's the question. देखें होता क्या है कि अगर किसी की 485 पेंडिंग है I-140 की बेसिस पे और वो गैर शादीशुदा हैं, तो जब उनका 485 एडजुडिकेट होगा तो उस वक्त उनकी जो भी शरीक हयात हैं वो भी उसका बेनिफिट उनके साथ ही ले सकती हैं। तो अगर आपका सवाल ये है कि जी 485 पेंडिंग है, I-140 मंजूर हो चुका है, आपकी सिर्फ मंगनी हुई है, तो मंगनी तो आपको बेनिफिट नहीं देगी, लेकिन अगर आपकी शादी हो चुकी है तब आप बेनिफिट ले सकते हैं। तो फौरी तौर पे शादी कर लीजिए। अलबत्ता ये है कि फियांसे चूँकि इट्स नॉट अ लीगल रिलेशनशिप, being a fiancé to somebody does not create any legal relationship between you and the other person. In order for you to have the derivative benefit, you have to legalize that relationship. That could be in the shape of marriage, a formal marriage, or it could be in the shape of common law marriage if you live in a common law state. However, for the purposes of simplicity and later on to prove that you are actually this person's wife, it's a good idea to go through the proper formal marriage process.
बहुत शुक्रिया, और मेरे ख्याल में आप मशवरा लोगों को दे रहे हैं कि शादी कर लो।
मैंने जब मंगनी करी ली है तो फिर शादी करने में क्या दे रहे हैं?
क्या दे रहे हैं, सही बात है, लेकिन बहरहाल चलेंगे तो एक पर्सनल सा डिसीजन है, एंड आई एम श्योर सम पीपल कैन बेनिफिट फ्रॉम इट। अब हमारे पास एक और सवाल भी है और जल्दी से मैं आपसे ये सवाल पूछ लूं, लेकिन उससे पहले मैं चाहूंगी कि मैं आपका फ़ोन नंबर दे दूं ताकि अगर इस तरह के सवालात लोगों के हैं तो वो सवालात आपसे कर सकें और आप उनके जवाब दे सकें। नंबर है इनका 310-734-6300, या आप इनसे कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं 972-359-9274 पर। किसी भी एक नंबर पर कॉल करें और अपने सवालात इनसे करें और जवाब पाएं हमारे इस प्रोग्राम के जरिए। नेक्स्ट सवाल है हमारा जी। I filed I-130 for my husband. I am a US citizen. My husband was deported from US last year. Can he come quickly based on my I-130 actually?
Well, he can come but he cannot come quickly, unfortunately. देखें होता क्या है कि अगर कोई शख्स डिपोर्ट हुआ है यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स से, तो जो यूएस सिटीज़न अगर I-130 फाइल करते हैं तो यूएस सिटीज़न की जो I-130 उसमें तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, एज लॉन्ग एज द मैरिज इज़ प्रॉपर, as long as they can establish the relationship and as long as they can satisfy immigration that the marriage is proper for credible reasons, not just for the purpose of seeking immigration benefits in the US. However, the person who is the beneficiary has to show that this person has no legal disability in taking advantage of that I-130, and that legal disability could be in the form of any immigration violations in the past which resulted in deportation, and if that person has been deported, then they have to go through some additional steps in order for them to be able to seek re-entry in the US. तो जो आपका सवाल है उसका सीधा सीधा से जवाब तो ये है कि I-130 तो मंजूर हो जाएगा, अलबत्ता ये है कि जब वो उस I-130 का बेनिफिट लेने जाएंगे US एम्बेसी में तो उनसे कहा जाएगा कि जी आपको एक एडिशनल एप्लीकेशन फाइल करनी है जिसे वेवर ऑफ एक्सक्लूडिबिलिटी कहते हैं। ये वो एप्लीकेशन है जिसके तहत आप ये दरख्वास्त करते हैं US गवर्नमेंट से कि जो पहले आपने इमिग्रेशन वायलेशन की थी उसको माफ़ कर दिया जाए, और आपको ये साबित करना होता है कि अगर आपकी ये इमिग्रेशन वायलेशन माफ़ ना की गई और जो आप पे बार लगा हुआ है 10 साल का, अगर उससे हटाया ना गया और आपको ना जाने दिया गया, तो जो आपका US सिटीज़न है, जो स्पाउस है, या अगर आपके बच्चे हैं जो कि US सिटीज़न या ग्रीन कार्ड होल्डर हैं, तो उनको शदीद किस्म की मुश्किलात का सामना करना पड़ सकता है। तो एक इस सवाल का आधा जवाब तो ये कि वो आ सकते हैं, जल्दी आ सकते हैं, ये मुमकिन नहीं हो पाएगा, उसमें ख़ासा वक्त लगेगा।
बहुत शुक्रिया। और जल्दी नहीं आ सकते लेकिन जल्दी करें भी नहीं, मेरी एडवाइस ये होगी, एंड आई एम श्योर आप भी यही कहेंगे कि वो करें जो कि सही है और लीगल है।
हाँ, ये सिचुएशन खासी पेचीदा होती है, इसमें इवन तो कि मैंने जवाब तो दे दिया है, लेकिन उनके चाहिए कि अपने कोई लोकल किसी अच्छे अटर्नी से या हमारे ऑफिस में भी कॉल कर सकती हैं ताकि हम तफसील से इस बारे में बात कर सकें।
शुक्रिया वंस अगेन। और नंबर आपको एक दफ़ा फिर दे दूँ, 310-734-6300, 972-359-9274। आपको मैं एक इंटरेस्टिंग बात बताऊं इससे पहले कि हम आगे बढ़ें। पिछले वीक मैं ह्यूस्टन गई थी, तो वहाँ पर एक पाकिस्तानी है जो कि ह्यूस्टन मूव हुए हैं एंड ही इज अ डेप्यूटी शेरिफ। तो उनसे मेरी बातचीत हो रही थी, तो आई वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट कि किस तरह के लोग हमारी कम्युनिटी के किनको प्रॉब्लम्स होती हैं या जेल जाते हैं। तो वो कह रहे थे कि ज्यादातर इमिग्रेशन रिलेटेड इश्यूज ही होते हैं या फ्रॉड, यू नो, बिकॉज हम लोग वायलेंट क्राइम हमारी उसमें जीन्स में नहीं है somehow, thank God। तो ज्यादा इमिग्रेशन इश्यूज या फ्रॉड या अब्यूज, डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस टाइप चीज होती है। तो ये अगेन लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, अगर आपका भी इस तरह कोई इश्यू इमिग्रेशन से रिलेटेड तो कॉल कर सकते हैं इनको। हमारा एक और सवाल आया है। ऑब्वियसली सवालों की भरमार है और टाइम हमारे पास कम है, लेकिन हम कोशिश करते हैं कि जल्दी जल्दी आपसे पूछें ये सारे सवाल। सवाल ये है कि आई एम एन इंडियन नेशनल, आई एम करंटली ऑन अ विजिटर वीजा विद माई वाइफ एंड माई डॉटर हु इज 17 years old. My elder daughter just became a US citizen. Can she sponsor me, my wife, and my 17 years old daughter? Can we apply for green card without leaving USA?
Okay. वेल इसमें जहाँ सवाल बड़ा लंबा है, लेकिन यह है कि इसमें जवाब इतना लंबा नहीं है।
Okay, good.
The thing is this, the child who is a US citizen, as long as she's over 21, she can sponsor her parents. The parents are considered immediate relatives, so as long as they entered legally in the US and she files a petition for them, they can apply for adjustment of status at the same time without having to leave the United States. However, the other child who is 17 years old, the relationship between the US citizen and that person is that of a sibling, and that is controlled by quota, which would necessitate that this person who is the beneficiary of I-130 as a sibling of US citizen, she cannot get benefit at the same time as the parents do. तो जो पेरेंट्स हैं वो तो फौरी तौर पे एडजस्टमेंट ऑफ स्टेटस फाइल कर सकेंगे, लेकिन जो बहन है उनको इंतज़ार करना होगा उस वक्त का जब तक कि उनका वीज़ा नंबर मैच्योर नहीं हो जाता। तो I-130 तो फाइल हो सकता है माँ के लिए भी, बाप के लिए भी और बहन के लिए भी, लेकिन जो इमीडिएट बेनिफिट है वो सिर्फ पेरेंट्स को अवेलेबल है, बहन को अवेलेबल नहीं होगा इस वक्त।
थैंक्स अगेन। और मेरे ख्याल में ये भी बहुत अच्छा जवाब आपने दिया, और मैं समझती हूँ कि काफ़ी सारे लोग हैं जो इस सिचुएशन से गुजर रहे हैं और काफ़ी लोगों को इससे फ़ायदा हुआ होगा। ये हमारा जो प्रोग्राम है तकरीबन पूरे यूएस में और कनाडा में देखा जाता है और काफ़ी लोगों को इमिग्रेशन के इश्यूज रहते हैं। तो वंस अगेन आई रियली अप्रिशिएट कि आप हमारी कम्युनिटी के लिए टाइम निकालते हैं, बड़ी बात है आप जैसे बिजी वकील के लिए। और जाने से पहले मैं एक दफ़ा फिर आपका नंबर भी देना चाहूँगी, 310-734-6300 या 972-359-9274, और इनका ईमेल एड्रेस और वेबसाइट वगैरह आप देख सकते हैं, चल रही होती है थ्रू आउट द प्रोग्राम, तो उस पर भी आप कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं इमिग्रेशन की, इनकी जो ईमेल है उसके ज़रिए, या इनके वेबसाइट पे जाके जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन आपको चाहिए आप इनसे ले सकते हैं। इसके साथ ही मेरा ख्याल है हमारे प्रोग्राम का आज वक्त ख़त्म होने जा रहा है, और मैं एक दफ़ा फिर आपका बहुत शुक्रिया अदा करती हूँ कि आपने हमारे लिए वक्त निकाला, हमारे नाजरीन के लिए वक्त निकाला और इनको इतनी अच्छी अच्छी इन्फॉर्मेशन दी। नाजरीन, सफ़ीर पाकिस्तान देखने का शुक्रिया और लीगली करेक्ट सेगमेंट देखने का बहुत शुक्रिया। उम्मीद करती हूँ कि आपने इससे बहुत अच्छी इन्फॉर्मेशन ली और इस प्रोग्राम को एंजॉय भी किया। इसके साथ ही अपनी इस होस्ट अंजुम को आज के लिए इजाज़त दें। खुदा हाफिज़। अगले वीक आपसे फिर मुलाकात होगी इंशाअल्लाह।
My name is Dr. Sohail Masood. I'm the founder and CEO of Kaaba Fusion. It's a home infusion pharmacy with offices in New Jersey and California. We provide intravenous immune globulin to patients at home. We have our own nurses who go and deliver the drugs to the patients. The reason we started the company was that we found out there was a lot of unhappiness on part of patients receiving those infusion services at home. So we decided to start the company again. Originally, I started Crescent Healthcare Inc. In Anaheim, California. So now this new company will be pretty much providing the same kind of services, but the focus will be the best patient care possible. Immune globulin is a drug which is used in various neuromuscular disorders and also for skin disorders. Our New Jersey office is in a city called Edison, and that office provides services to New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, and Massachusetts. And from that office, we do all kind of services, not just immunoglobulin, but also TPN, which is a parenteral nutrition, IV antibiotics, injectables, enteral feeding, and various kinds of cancer drugs. We have a full line of nurses who go out to patients' homes and provide those services. We take all kind of insurance plans and bill insurance companies on patients' behalf. Our California office is in Norwalk, California, which is in Southern California, but we provide services throughout the state and also go to Arizona, Nevada, and Texas. We are hoping to expand the service area to include some other states and eventually provide these services throughout the mainland USA. If you have any questions, please feel free to call me. My personal phone number is 850-596-0946. I live in Boston, but take care of patients personally. If you call me, I'll make sure that you are provided the services and we deal with the doctors and make sure that the drug is approved by the insurance companies. Thank you.
We all like something special. He likes it personal. He likes a private space. He prefers it laid back. She likes a bedtime story. He likes to dream of his own. How would you like to fly with the best? Etihad Airways, the world's leading airline.
नाज़रीन, ये थी आज छोटी सी बातचीत। इसके साथ ही आपका मेज़बान वकार अली खान आपसे जा चाहेगा। अल्लाह हाफिज़। पाकिस्तान